Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 120 here on season 1. Today, we are diving into why you need to run your personal investments like a business. This question, this is like my heart and soul of investing. Just within the last 2 years of me starting to invest, this is like one of the number one thing that I learned is that you need to run your personal investments like you do a business. And this is because in a business, you're supposed to have a plan, a business plan. Exactly. It makes sense. But in here, you're going to lay out your goals, your operation, strategy, and expectations, and so much more. On the business plan, there's also going to be an exit strategy, as well as how long you will go into the red before you shut your doors. So if you're a brick and mortar store, how long are you going to put out your lease? And then if you're not actually being able to make rent or actually generate money, how long until you're going to close your doors on there? And then lastly, what happens if a product doesn't sell? Do you continue to market the product to a different demographic? Do you change the product? Do you add stuff to the product? Do you change the price? All that kind of stuff. So that's all going to be laid out prior to you going into a business. Well, it'll probably be laid out after you start the business, and then you come to actualization hey, I need to actually have a plan and a strategy, and so then you'll drop your plan. Most businesses don't just start by writing a business plan. Also, you'll talk about in there, if we buy a wholesale item and then sell it at retail, what kind of markup do we have to get? What kind of profit margin do we have to have on there? Or how much are we willing to lose before we liquidate that investment, basically, or that product or service? And then do we want to have multiple streams of income, or do we just want to bank on one product or service? So are we going to offer 40 different products and services, or are we just going to go with the one product, which is selling Matchbox cars or something like that? I don't know why I just said Matchbox. Totally should have said Hot Wheels. My bad. And then also in there you lay out what percentage of the funds go to where. So what percentage of profits go to where, and how you're going to use the money that you make. So what goes to marketing, what goes to salary, what goes to buying more product, what goes to upgrading equipment that you already have, what goes to technology advancements and all kinds of stuff, what goes into buying property, and so on and so forth. So in investing, it's the same exact thing. Most people, however, just fly by the seat of their pants. I think that's the term. Which is great for some people. Some people make huge amounts of money just flying by the seat of their pants and be like, you know what, today I'm going to buy this stock. And, whoa, hey, I made 100% return off that in the last week. Now I'm going to buy this stock, and I made 100%. And there's no strategy. They just buy whatever they feel like buying. And at the same time, they can make a huge amount of money is the same time that they also will not make money. So they'll lose that entire, all the money that they made. Kind of like gambling. You can go into a casino and gamble, and you can make a huge, $2,000, and then the next time you go and you could lose that same amount. So, very interesting kind of approach. I guess I would never take that. I used to when I was investing probably 2.5 years ago. However, it's important for you to lay out a strategy and plan on investing. It becomes more that way. It becomes clear on why you buy A stock instead of B stock, or why you're willing to sell C stock and buy A stock, or when are you going to close your account and move your money into another investment firm or another account manager. So when are you going to get rid of that account manager and move it over to here because he's not getting the return that you want, or generating any money at all, or whatever? How long are you going to keep your money with him before you move it over to her or him? It's complete that. All that kind of stuff has to be written out on paper. So when you look at it and you're like, okay, here I said I'm going to do this, and so I need to execute that, and it takes away the emotional aspect of it. So you're like, well, I don't really feel like doing that. I think I'm going to leave it in there for an extra month. No, it's clearly written out at 6 months. If there's not this much profit, then I'm going to pull it and put it over here. So that's kind of how I do it. Also, I can tell you this, that having a bad plan, so most people, like, I don't even know what the heck I'm going to even write about or write up a plan or whatever, but having a bad plan is better than having no plan. So, and this is because at least you can see where your mistakes happened and change the mistakes on the bad plan to make it a great plan. So, for instance, if you're like, my percentages are, I'm going to go whatever, 100% into A stock, well, you're like, okay, good, like, and you lose 20% of your money, and you're like, okay, well, at 20%, I'm going to sell that. And you're like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't maybe that was terrible. I had no clue on why I was getting into A stock, number one, and then I lost money on that, and I'm not willing to lose that much. So maybe I should buy A, B, and C stock and switch it up to 33.33333%. And so you do that, and then you're like, okay, you know what? I got returns off of B and C stock, but lost 20% on A stock, but I still overall made a 2% profit. So should I adjust it more or should I adjust it less, and what I'm going to do with those profits and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's very important for you to have a plan on investing, just like you would on a business. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day. And the question of the day is, oh man, someone asked me like a question on one of my comments, and like a super funny question, but I'm not going to be able to pull it up just yet. But anyways, the question of the day is, what is better, Skittles or pizza? Hands down, pizza. I should just end the episode and walk off set right now. No, I'm just kidding. But really though, pizza is way better than Skittles. Skittles are just, there's like way too much sugar, and they like just leave a bad, the aftertaste is like, I don't know, I just can't deal with it, where pizza like always invites you to come back for more. Anyways, if you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, or Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business, Etsy, or coaching, feel free to post those down below, and I will get them on the next episode. But until next time, don't forget to subscribe right up here, and then check out what is my trading strategy on Robinhood, and then check out this other video right about here. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.